Your boy's on vacay, but I thought it merited a little video here. It's also interesting. Benjamin Cremaschi, who's a 20-year-old American-born player who plays out at Inter Miami. Good future. He's actually had a few nibbles out in Europe. A little while ago, some interest in Juventus, etc., etc. Was speaking to now Franco Panizo, my boy out in Miami, who covers the team. Inter Miami does very well. He tweeted this out, and it was Benjamin Cremaschi voicing his frustration because, as you all know, and this will be a separate video, Inter Miami now is an international team. There are no American-born players on the field when they start games now. It's that stacked. You've got, obviously, Lionel Messi, and you have Messi's friends who are going to take up majority of that spine. That's Luis Suarez, that's Jordi Alba, that's Sergio Busquets, that's Oscar Ustari, the goalkeeper, all nearing 40 years of age, and they're going to take up some prime positions. And then you got your Redondos, you have your Allende's, you've got your all these different players that come in taking up these spots. There are no Americans. It's a separate video. But I found it very interesting what Benjamin Cremaschi said, how it's very frustrating and mentally tough, and I'm paraphrasing. Go check out Franco Panizo's Twitter. He covers the team. But that it's mentally tough for him not knowing what position he's going to go into games and play, how difficult it is to prepare, how he has no idea, and how it's frustrating. Now, he's got his own frustrations. He's a player that at a very young age became an important player for Inter Miami, that now finds himself pretty much on the outs on this super club, if you will, Major League Soccer. I'm not defending Javier Mascherano by any means. Javier Mascherano is a coach who no tiene las tablas. He doesn't have the merit to be at a club like Inter Miami. I say that respectfully. He's there because he's Messi's friend. He's there because he's the chosen one, if you will. He was a failed youth coach at the Argentine national team, failed to make it to a World Cup, and then made it to a World Cup because the host nation couldn't host the youth national team World Cup, or the Youth World Cup. And Argentina came in and took their place after not qualifying. Javier Mascherano stepped in. They failed. Goes to the Olympics, they failed as well. He's a coach with no first-team experience. He's a coach with very little background when it comes to actually being a head coach. So he's going to have his moments where things aren't going to be perfect for him. I'm not defending this coach. But if you look at today, the best teams in the world, and I'll take Luis Enrique's PSG. Now, I know I'm talking about the exception to the rule, but the majority of these teams, or at least of that fundamental basis, do relacionismo. It's a type of football where there are no set positions. So you see Dembele, you see Adue, you see players at any given time interchanging positions, and it's very fluid. And that's why Hakimi bombs down the right-hand side, and all of a sudden he's an extra forward in the box. And that's why you've got all these different players joining the attack, and you're like, who do I catch? Where do I go? It's like chasing shadows. This is world football today. So I could understand Benjamin Cremaschi maybe not feeling prepared for that. Maybe he doesn't prepare at all for that. And this is where I will defend Benjamin Cremaschi. I don't know the day in, day outs of what Inter Miami's training sessions are like, but this is world football of the Barcelona brand. This is Luis Enrique. This is today. This is what Messi's played throughout his whole career. Messi doesn't have a set position. Messi goes wherever the hell he wants. So for a player like Benjamin Cremaschi, who's been on record, by the way, of saying, pretty much he looks at Messi, Messi's get out of my space, and he leaves that space, I could understand how daunting this is. I think this has more to do with him not playing right now, which is understandable. That's a separate video, I say. Separate video. Understandable for Benjamin Cremaschi, but this whole, I don't have a set position, that's the new age world football that teams like Barcelona, Luis Enrique's Barcelona, PSG, Luis Enrique's PSG, and those players he had before them, the Messis, the Mascheranos, the Busquets, the Suarez of the world, are used to playing. So I understand the frustrations, but this is now common in world football. This is more about getting and staying on the field. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Holla.